What's up, everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 2-hour workday, which is my exact proven playbook to build a $20,000 lifestyle business with just 5 daily steps. And with that, we'll get started. So very quickly, why am I doing this? Which is I started my business in about 2020, and what I realized was at the time I was attached, I was running a business, I was enjoying myself. But as of this time of this video, my baby just turned about 1 month old. And I realized that I had to be even more focused, even more effective, and even sharper in terms of how I ran my business if I truly wanted to be present with my son, right, my family, my wife, so on and so forth. And when talking about this to many of my clients, my friends, my partners, I realized that a lot of them were struggling with people that had that challenge as well, right? Which is they didn't have enough time or energy to actually run the business that they felt that they were capable of. And so this is why I decided to release this entire training to share with you the exact activities to grow your lifestyle business, but also at the same time to think about how to manage your time and energy, hopefully with this framework that I'm going to share with you. And so very quickly, just for again, just run through this. I helped generate more than $6 million in revenue for my clients, serve more than 1,200 people in a couple of years, and coach more than 150 clients. In 2019, I was the former Tony Robbins number one affiliate in Asia. I started very into productivity, high performance, and then I transited over to business because it just was the natural growth for me. So right now, again, I run a 6-figure coaching business I look forward to working on every day. And I currently based in Singapore, right? Husband, son, and travel loving introvert. So, and the first question many of you might have is it really 2 hours, Mark? Because and over the past 18 months to this video, I traveled to more than like 15 to 18 cities while growing and managing my lifestyle business as well. So I think the one quick thing to just share with you, which is in a perfect world, I generally actually work about 4 hours a day. So I work about 4 hours a day, but when I'm on traveling, when I'm enjoying life, right, when I'm taking a break, when I am at busy seasons for other personal reasons, I can go down to my baseline and work about 2 hours a day. So what I do is later I'll be sharing with the 5 exact activities I do during those 2 hours. So but one thing to know, I will share up front, which is I enjoy my work so much that recently I wrote a post saying that I plan to work till the day I die. And it sounds very weird, but actually I feel liberated and happy and fulfilled to say that, which is I don't plan to retire because I actually do enjoy my business. I coach because I enjoy it, right? I write content, I write playbooks, I shoot videos like this to share my knowledge, my insights, hopefully to help impact other people's lives, such that I might even work even more than 4 hours sometimes if I go for it. So, and even my ideal birthday is where I actually spend the first 2 to 4 hours of my life, my day to actually do some deep work just like this. And so I think the answer to you, which is yes, 2 hours a day is 100% possible, but my suggestion is you want to work to a point where you actually don't mind working even more than that. But with that said, again, right, when I'm traveling, when I time my family, right, when I'm on vacations and whatnot, I do go back to my baseline of 2 hours, and I know if I practice those 2 hours per day, I know my business can't help but to eventually grow as well. But in a perfect world, I do it about 4 hours a day on average. Okay, so the question is, you can 100% grow a business just 2 hours a day, but how do we do it? And so the first question I'm just going to let you know, which is how do you move faster than the greatest sprinter in the world? So for example, over here, right, is this guy called Usain Bolt. And so the question I have for you is how do you actually run faster, move faster in the world? And the answer is use a car. And so the easy answer, which is basically is you don't try to compete with others in ways that you're not good at, all right, or things that you know that you're not the best at. So for example, for me, I know I'm not the best coach in the world, right? Yes, I might be different, and that's what I focus on. But I know that if I try to position myself to be a best coach, the best sprinter in the world, right, I will never be able to get to that level. So the question is, how do I shift it in a way that makes sense for me, right? How do I get vehicles that allows me to move faster than before? So the one quick thing is before you go on to the entire walkthrough of the 5 daily actions, you want to make sure that you're not just working hard, but you're just working smart. You're working intelligent. So working hard is a prerequisite. So you do have to take action. You do have to put effort. You do have to focus. But instead of just trying to work hard and hustle and grind for the sake of it, please take note to take strategic, intentional actions where you work smart instead of just hard. So just a reminder for everybody over here. So the first things first is you want to do what actually works for you. So one thing to note is in this entire training, you don't have to do exactly what I tell you to do. You don't have to do the exact actions I tell you to do. Most importantly, take the principles. And the first principle is do what truly aligns with what I call your zone of genius. So zone of genius basically are the activities in your business, in your life that you are the best at and you are the great at. So for example, my top 3 activities in my zone of genius would be coaching, consulting, creating content and playbooks, and strategizing and giving people clarity. And so what I do is all my business is focused on me trying to do as much of these 3 activities as much as possible, because this allows me to grow a lot further, and I can do it sustainably as well. One thing you know is a lot of people, they do what they might be great at, they make money, but if you don't enjoy it, eventually from a zone of genius, it becomes what I call a zone of frustration. So make sure you actually enjoy what you do as well. So there are a lot of things that I'm pretty good at, but I don't truly enjoy it. And I know if I keep doing that over and over again, I won't actually enjoy my business. And internally, I might even self-sabotage my business. And this is a topic that I can go on for hours, right? And on days on end. But I'll talk about that in a separate video. But the first thing is, again, do what works for you. And the second thing to take note, even before I go on daily 5, which is you always want to focus on managing your energy first. And a very simple framework you can use is what we call the 3R framework. So on a regular basis, you want to review. You always want to be on track about understanding what went well, areas of improvement, lessons learned. Number 2 is recharge, right? Making sure you recharge not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually as well. So what I mean, recharge is not just about sleep. It's about also being able to reflect, to ground yourself, to mind yourself, to enjoy your time with your friends, your family. So recharging is a holistic thing. It's not just a sleeping or a diet thing. There's a lot more things to do with recharge. And number 3 is relaunch. Right? So relaunch is you always want to set your game plan, your progress, your priorities moving forward, so you're clear about when you focus on a basis as well. So when I talk about energy, right? Okay, it's not just in terms of physical energy, right? It's in terms of mental energy, about mental focus. And the question is, how often do I do this? I do different parts of the 3Rs on an hourly basis, every day, every week, every month, every quarter. So I do it on a regular basis. The activities will all depend. But one thing to know is you want to be able to recharge, review, and relaunch on a regular basis rather than waiting for things to go south or waiting when things go crap, then you do it. So that's another quick framework for you to take note of. So another thing to know is what I call the 5 key functions of a business. And this basically is going to lead up to the 5 daily activities. So very quickly, I learned this from this amazing legendary Australian coach called Taki Moore. And these are what I call the 5 simple functions of a business. So generation, so this is basically getting new people to get to know you, more followers, more subscribers, right, more prospects. So this is in terms of volume, right, in terms of numbers. Because why? Even if everything else works well, but if you don't have a steady stream of people coming to your world, your business will always or eventually stay stuck. Number 2 is lead nurture, right? That means building trust with the people. So right now in today's world where AI is everywhere, people are more skeptical, they have more choices, more information than ever. You want to make sure you have some level of content, right? Or some layers, right? So that people can actually trust you. So the easiest, simplest way to do it is through content. So for example, me doing this video is also a way for you to hopefully get some value, get some insight, get some wins for you to trust me, and for some of you to potentially work with me down the road as well. So that's number 2. Number 3 is conversations, right? Or conversions, which is basically sales, which is how many people from your followers, your prospects, your leads can actually convert to actual customers and clients. So conversions come in 2 ways. Number 1, are you asking enough people enough times for them to potentially buy from you? Are you putting out enough offers? And number 2 is, of course, what's your conversion rates? And number 4 is delivery retention, which is how good are you actually fulfilling your promises? Because you can be very good at all these 3, but if you're not even good at what you do, your business will always stay stuck. Right, so that's in terms of retention, client success, referrals. And number 5 is operations, which is your VA and your automations, right? Making sure the back-end administrative stuff is doing pretty well. Okay, so, and the last thing to watch out for is your business model. So again, I have a separate video training on that about my business model. You do have to copy it. But at the end of the day, is part of your 2-hour workday will also depend a lot on your business model as well. So for example, my business model allows me to comfortably make about $10,000 to $30,000 per month, right, on a regular basis, and I work about 20 plus hours a week. The question is, what is the business model that works best for you? Okay, so, and before I go on to the last part of the daily 5, I know there's a lot of things to cover, but these fundamentals are so important for you, such that when I come on the day 5, you know exactly what you need to focus on. So going over very quickly, again, I share about this more in my business model training, which is I don't have I spend 80% of my time on delivery and fulfillment, because what I do is using the golden offer principles, I actually extract a lot of my free stuff, right, products, right, through my client work. So what I mean, this video, my first priority, my first audience is not people who haven't paid me, right? My first priority are people for my clients. So this entire video, whether people outside watch it or not, to me doesn't matter too much, because I know that my private clients, my clients will actually watch this first. Rather than the old model where you're actually creating new stuff over and over again just to sell, to market, to promote, which again makes sense if you want to make money. But if you want a 2-hour workday, you want to be extremely effective, extremely productive with how you use your time. And so one of the best things to note is basically your offer, right, is one big offer, but then there are multiple levels of access to you. So my free content, my low ticket stuff is all extractions of what I would usually give clients anyway. So that's how I'll save a lot of time. So instead of trying to do separate activities, I'm just extracting different elements of my main program for my private clients in order to promote, to sell, and to attract more clients as well. And that saves you a lot of time. Okay, so with that, we get started with the 5 daily activities to hit $20,000 per month consistently. And so number 1, right, is what I call clients. So the first activity, in my opinion, the most important one is every single day, are you doing something to help your clients out in the first place? So this is when you actually deliver your promises. This is the most important for client satisfaction, recurring revenue, and also because it's the right thing to do. You want to not be like a lot of people who make crazy claims, crazy promises, but they don't deliver on it. So it could be anything to do with upgrading your client success, right? Serving your clients, engaging with them, creating feedback surveys, so on and so forth, making sure that every single day you spend some time on working to help your clients. So that's number 1. Number 2 is content. So content is the second most important thing, in my opinion, right, for my $20,000 lifestyle business. Because why? Content not only helps my own clients, but it also allows me to build more trust, build more nurture, attract more people in order to potentially work with me as well. So for me, content, I have 3 ways, right? I have YouTube videos, I have videos as well, I have social media content, right? And for me, my main one is Facebook at this of the time. I use Instagram, LinkedIn as well, but my main priority is Facebook. And then I also have an email newsletter that I send emails on a regular basis as well. So every day, I don't have to publish content. This is the difference. But every day, I take some time to create content. So some content take a bit more time. I might not publish on the day itself. I might take a few days to publish it. So again, content is extremely important. Second activity is some level of content. Then number 3 is the extension of content, which is what I call connections. So connections are basically activities that grow your followers and subscribers. So while content does help it, or connections are being even more intentional about it. So what do I mean? Right? You could promote your email list daily, for example, or it could be broadcast channels. So let's say not email list, it could be broadcast channels like WhatsApp or Telegram broadcast channels. You could be commenting or engaging in other people's platforms. You can be posting some of your content into other people's platforms as well. Right? And you can be creating lead magnets and also can attract people at the same time. So one thing to note very quickly before I continue, the difference between followers and subscribers is followers are just people who are merely curious about you, so they just follow you on social media. Subscribers usually are people a bit more serious and ready for help. And eventually, yes, you want to have a lot of followers, but you also want to get them into subscriber modes as well. So number 3 is, do you have some activities every day that's building your level of connections, you're building a level of traffic, followers and subscribers. Number 4 then is conversations. So number 4th activity I do, and this is what I call the rocket booster for a great lucrative lifestyle business. So once you have a very massive personal branding, right? Like for example, if your name is Barack Obama, right, and stuff, you don't really need that many conversations to grow business. But if you're starting out, my take is conversations are one of the best, simplest ways in order to get more clients. So for example, about 80% of my clients that come in is because I have some form of conversations with them. So every single day, are you doing some form of conversations? You don't have to do like hours of it, but every day are you reaching out to some people besides clients? Are you reaching out to prospects, right? People that might work with you before, bought from you, potential prospects. Are you engaging and DMing them as well? So you need also sales. Start with more conversations, as simple as that. And then the last activity is coordination. So coordination is how you keep your business running smoothly. So optimize first, and then can fix bottlenecks and simplify processes. Coordination can be you actually managing some sort of process system that you keep doing over and over again, right? It could be you delegating, hiring a VA or team member to help you out, or it could be creating automations with softwares like Zapier, ClanV, and School as well. And this is how you scale your business with less time, stress, and effort. Okay, so with that, here's a very quick snapshot and cheat sheet of the daily 5: clients, content, conversations, connections, and coordinate. So this is the daily 5 that I do every single day. I take about 1 to 2 hours every day. And I know that regardless of the season of my life, if I do some form of activity for this 5, my business will grow no matter what. Okay, very quickly, but fastest way to the money. So if you want speed to the money, of course you want to go beyond the 2 hours. And so what I realized, and this is a quote I learned from Alex Hormozi just a couple of weeks ago, which is the sooner you accept that it's going to take longer than you want, the sooner it happens faster than you expect. And it sounds a bit tiring, right? But I think it's very liberating because once I let go of the FOMO, once I became patient, I became more grounded in the process, business and life became a lot easier as well. So I know many of you want speed, right? Many of you want to move things fast, but I also realize once you actually let go of the attachment of speed or being urgent or being FOMO all the time, ironically, the results come a lot faster. And so the beyond 2 hours, these are the three main things I do. Number one is, of course, learning, which is exactly what you're doing right now, to learn new perspectives, strategies, tactics, frameworks, playbooks. So basically upgrading what you have learned, your knowledge, your insights. So that's number one. Beyond the 2 hours, right, I spend a lot of time learning because I enjoy this entire gig. Number two is action. So action is actually taking action. That means you actually want to implement what you learn. So for example, to prepare for this entire video training and whatnot, right, I've been learning about how to shoot great videos, right, shoot great ads, right, so on and so forth in order to help and impact more people. So you don't just want to learn, you just want to take some form of action. And number three is obviously feedback. So you want to take feedback from multiple sources, whether it's yourself, self-reflection feedback, could be from actual data on the ground, right? So tracking some of your numbers, or it also could be feedback from your mentors, your coaches, or the people around you as well. Okay, so again, beyond 2 hours, I don't just do work, right? I also do learning, I do action, I do feedback. So the more I do that, the more likely I will achieve my dream lifestyle business as well. Okay, so for example, for me, I've invested more than $100,000 worth of coaching and programs, and I've made it every single dollar back and more. Not because I'm extremely intelligent or very smart, it's also because I've committed to this three. I learn, I take action, and I get some form of feedback as well. Okay, so, and what with that happens, business and financial growth is 100% possible, which is you don't just grow in your business, your finances, but also grow in your personal life, your health, your relationships, your mindset as well. And it's 100% possible, right? But from a business financial standpoint, you want to focus on the daily 5. Okay, so very quickly, if you prefer not to do it alone, again, you can do it on your own, which is totally fine, right? Or if you want actually my word for word templates and resources, right, I'm hopefully able to help you out with this. So what I've done is I've created this, and it's completely up to you if you want to sign up or not, which is we have the 2-hour workday training, right, where I share with you my entire playbook, my scripts, my strategies. So for example, you can click it over here, and you get my entire training, my playbooks I created for clients first, and you get all my templates as well. So for example, I do a quick introduction, right? Of course, some disclaimers about what this means for me. A couple of fundamental principles and mindset models. So for example, I go deeper into the zone of genius as well. Okay, your beliefs, when can you achieve this? I give timeline, the power, focus, energy, daily 5, where I give a lot of templates, my resources, and whatnot. So for example, clients, I have different examples of what I do for clients over here. So how I conduct sessions, right, support systems, so on and so forth. And then content, right, I extracted part of my private training for clients, right, for all of you. So what are mandated content posts, my content snapshot, content templates and systems. So you can check it out all over here. And bonus resources about copying my content, right, and modeling some of my most profitable posts ever. I also talk about content calendar, right, and also how to repurpose your content to reach out to more people as well. Okay, and then we have talked about connections. Again, not all these are creating equal. I talk about all of this. I talk about what I call my lead generation cheat sheet, which I just gave to my clients about 1 week ago. In fact, as of this time's video. And again, you get to refer to this cheat sheet anytime to know exactly what form of activity to increase your level of leads, to increase your number of connections as well. And then you'll find out what to focus on first. Again, there are templates, resources that you can check out all on your own also. So conversations. Right, I give you all my best scripts I've ever used to grow my 6-figure lifestyle business is all over here. Right, my exact scripts, how to use it, and you get all of that. And of course, in terms of coordination, you'll get my automation and delegation framework, the step-by-step one, with some examples and resources along the way as well. Okay. What I do is, if you want all of this training, right, in these videos, we also have bonuses of 6-figure workflow, my entire 6-figure workflow system, which I've taken the past 10 to 12 years to master, to teach. You get all of it as well, my slides, my high-performance template, and one of my favorite trainings of all time, which is how do you optimize your environment for maximum growth with minimal willpower, minimal focus, right, and this is one of my favorite trainings I've done for all time as well. Okay, so if you want all of that, again, you get the templates, resources, and it's just a grand price of $17. Right, so $17 get all of this all together. Right, you can check it out over here. You get my highest converting offer plus sales page ever in terms of template. You get my 8 proven DM scripts, and you get my exact high performance workflow template plus a whole bunch of other trainings as well. Okay, so again, it's all $17. You get your 100% money back. 30 days, if you don't get any value, any training, you get 100% money back. Again, this is for you if you want to grow your business with just 2 hours a day, make $10,000 to $30,000 per month. But more importantly, you want to do it with faster speed and faster support from me as well. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video training. I'll talk to you very soon, and I hope to see you in future trainings and videos. Bye.